Welcome back to Blaster Master Zero 2. So now that you know that you can't touch basically anything here, good luck.
Yeah, this was when I kind of got tired of the game, from what I remember. I did get to the second half of the world, at the very least, so I've got that going for me, I suppose.
Also no floor here means go down.
Yep. Yep. I know that. I know that trick.
We've been gaming a little too long, we can spot that easily.
Sand
That's like the first thing
down.
That's like the first thing I look for whenever you have these sandy quicksand areas where it's like, oh, the sand's going to drag you down. I look down to the bottom of the screen. Can I go down there?
Super.
Because you're going to hide something down there.
Mario Advance, or I guess Mario
2.
Yeah, but I always know it. I just know it as Mario Advance because that's the version I played as a kid. That's what.
This is as far as you go.
This is as far as you'll go.
And then Mario and crew just yapping and yahooing at basically everything in the game.
Hey, listen, I love their stupid dialogue. All right, I don't even care. All right. Like, I mean, it's not even just their dialogue. It's also that there's just some added stuff in the game. Like, you can fight Robo Birdo. You know?
Roberto.
So, like...
You can also collect Yoshi eggs that do absolutely nothing.
Yeah, but they don't do really anything in most of the other games they're in either. Like in Mario World, they don't really. They give you like what, a 1-up? Like.
I mean that's still something, I guess.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it's more just so that there's something to explore for and complete, and the game does keep track of it, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean it's not the worst thing in the world. It just feels kind of superfluous for effectively just still an NES game.
I don't know why I don't know why I'm thinking of this now of all times, but now I'm thinking of Rise of Skywalker, the scene where they sink through the quicksand and end up in a cave. Even movies are doing it now.
You see, that's impressive because I forgot that was even a scene in Rise of Skywalker. God,
come on! It was like the only funny joke. Rey lights her lightsaber to illuminate the darkness, and Poe lights his flashlight.
Yeah, I don't remember that joke, sadly.
Oh.
I've only seen it once.
Aquaman did something similar.
Actually, it's the only of the 9 Star Wars movies I've only watched one time, now that I'm thinking about it. I've even watched episode 2 2 more times.
I watched
Although
it.
I suppose it did have a 20-year head start, so, you know.
I watched it a couple times while it was in theaters, but I've definitely cooled off on it, but I still find the action scenes really fun.
The action was good, I will say, but it's just, I mean...
The action is usually good in Star Wars, so that's not strictly a praise on 9 in particular.
It's more, I mean, we did a video talking about this, so I'm not going to go too deep into it. It's just that...
No, because now already ripped the comment section.
Yeah, it's like they didn't want to make the people who didn't like Episode 8 mad, and they didn't want to make the people who liked Episode 8 mad, so they just kind of did both halfway, but bad, and so now nobody's happy. So I guess the American government is responsible for Rise of Skywalker, because we have to have a compromise where nobody wins. So
I suppose that is indeed one way to look at it. So
that's not inaccurate. Oh, now I'm thinking of that guy from Independence Day. Get it out of my head.
Oh man.
Which guy?
That's not entirely accurate.
Will Smith?
Oh, Jeff Goldblum.
No.
The Secret Service guy.
The Secret Service guy, yes. And, I know that movie is bad, but at the same time, I still like it. I'm sorry.
It's a fun, cheesy movie. It's not one you're not supposed to take seriously.
They also had the best toys, which baffles me because, that movie and toys, but, 90s, they were making toys for everything that they shouldn't have been making toys for. But,
I remember they made there was a kind of an uproar when Batman Returns came out because there were, obviously all the Happy Meal toys and stuff for it.
Yeah.
And then that movie was just way too dark.
Yeah.
For a lot of kids.
But, the toy for Independence Day's Alien like the big action figure with the pod armor that it could sit in and everything. That was
the thing with like the thing with like the flat head. It has like the normal. It has like the alien head, and then it has like that flat part on top.
It's okay. You know how the aliens in Independence Day are like inside these like biological armored suits that have tentacles and stuff. The action figure for that, like it had the little alien guy inside, yes, and that was a cool action figure. But the actual like armored suit, that was the main attraction of the action figure, and it was so detailed, and you could open it up and put the alien inside, and it made noises. I think everything made noises back then, but it was so detailed. I want one. I want one now.
Was that the armored suit that Will Smith just punches once and wins?
Yeah. Well, I
Welcome
mean,
to
he punched it after it survived a spaceship crash, so it was worn down, but
I suppose.
I mean, it looked a bit loopy when it came out of the spaceship. In as far as a thing with no face can look loopy.
I never really got any of the cool action figures or anything for movies or anything like that. I always just
I never owned this toy. This was one my cousin had. I was so jealous.
I think I still have some of my Batman animated series toys in the basement.
I mean, I did get a couple. Like, I mean, obviously my parents bought me toys, but we just didn't get them very often. So, like, the most common new toy that I would ever get was like actually like McDonald's Happy Meal toys. So I was always super stoked whenever we got them and whenever they were good. Like, no joke, I know they're a meme now, but I was honestly super psyched when they had those bad Game & Watch kind of toys with McDonald's
Shadow
Happy
football.
So, like, the most perplexing toy for me, and they were doing this straight up until like Jurassic Park 3, were the dinosaur action figures from Jurassic Park that always had a chunk of flesh like chewed out of like one leg or something so that you could see the muscle and bone underneath. I don't get why they always did that.
Yeah.
But I had.
Lewis, do you remember back in the day when Batman Forever was coming out and they did like those glass mugs? I think.
Oh yes,
I think Burger King
had
was
those.
it?
I had those. Oh, those were
choice.
Those were excellent. Oh man. They were so high quality. Like, what the hell is a fast food Happy Meal doing with such good merch? That doesn't happen.
It's always really weird when McDonald's has really high quality toys for whatever reason. It's like, why is a $6 Happy Meal? Oh, those Happy Meals aren't $6 anymore. They're like $8 or something ridiculous, at least around here. So you can't even like.
The point is, why is a single digit Happy Meal rocking double digit extra content?
Yeah. Also, anyone remember the like the gold cards for Pokemon when the first movie came out from like Burger King? I think it was.
Oh yeah, I remember the Burger King toys were a really big deal too.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, because they had the really cool like Mewtwo toys and stuff like that. Like it was not just they have Mewtwo. I don't even really remember, but they were cool. I remember that they were really cool.
I remember there being Pokemon something at McDonald's or Burger King or whatever, but I don't remember specifically what.
Yeah, I remember it was Burger King because I was really upset that you had to actually go to Burger King in order to get this toy.
Right.
Because Burger King is definitely one of my least favorite fast food places.
Due to allergy issues, we mostly had to get Wendy's when I was a kid, but occasionally we would get McDonald's. Like, you see, when my brother wasn't around.
Here's the thing about being a kid is that Wendy's is by far the better food.
Yes.
The two.
But they don't do any good toys or anything.
No, their toys suck. So it's one of those things where
you only appreciate it when you're older.
Yeah, you only appreciate that you actually have to like eat the food there in order to get the toy when you're an adult. But Mom, they've got Barbies out at McDonald's. You don't understand.
McDonald's.
We have Happy Meal toys at home.
Happy Meal toys at home is just the the Dragon Tales book from Chick-fil-A or something.
Oh man.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A had toys as well, and they were always like Dragon Tales or Veggie Tales and stuff, and it's like, eh.
You want to
They
know?
would do Veggie Tales at Chick-fil-A, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
You want to know what though? Now that I'm thinking back, my favorite things whenever I went to a restaurant or whatever as a kid was always like when we went to a lot of the local places and they had the kids menu that you could like draw on with the crayons and stuff. Like that shit's awesome.
I mostly remember back in the day McDonald's having those N64 stations.
I think I'm still a little too young to remember that. Although now we're really getting old. Next, you're going to talk about the Blockbuster Pokemon Snap thing that I never once saw.
Yep, nope, they had that on mine.
They had that, yeah. Although
I actually printed out pictures on it before.
Although I've only ever been inside of a Blockbuster one time in my life, though, so I guess
we didn't really have a local Blockbuster, or if we did, I didn't know where it was. Our video rental place was just a generic video rental place.
No, we had a Blockbuster and then later on a Hollywood Video.
Oh, are you gonna die here? Oh, okay, good.
Nope.
Yeah, this place sucks because there's just so much instant death bullshit everywhere.
There's also a lot of sand. Insert line here.
That it's roughened court. Damn it, I didn't do the meme right. You gotta do the meme right if you're talking about that movie.
Man. You know, it's funny. Some of those lines would actually work if they weren't delivered with such poor acting. Like, for proof, read the books and see how much better they work when you can imagine a different voice in your head saying the line.
I love how this girl is so short she has to kind of lean up and hang over the portrait window.
Oh, I never noticed that before. That's actually genius.
Yeah, the game's got charm. I'll give it that.
Also, I don't know why she has 1996 on her hat. Probably something to do with Integrates, I imagine.
Yeah, I don't get it either. Oh, wait, no, I definitely did get past this part, though.
Yeah, we're going to see the guy who I imagine if this was ever, like, an anime or something, he would be totally voiced by Steve Bloom.
Not every anime character can be voiced by Steve Bloom, you know.
Yeah, but this one in particular would definitely be voiced by Steve Bloom. Oh no, she literally can't go anywhere because the third dimension does not exist in this world.
Yeah, well, I guess if they're like rifts in space or whatever, it would make sense for them to like go infinitely like towards the Z-axis, I guess. Oh, I forgot that there was Train Mech Dude, too.
Mr. Tank.
What's he? Wait, who?
She calls the tank you drive Mr. Tank.
Right.
Is that the official name of the tank? I don't really remember.
No, I don't think so. It's just what she calls it.
Aw.
I mean, as a platforming level, this isn't bad.
No, it's just one, the stuff is instant death instead of just really hurting. The other is just, having one or two go through the sand pitfalls is fine, not an entire level based on the gimmick.
Yeah, that's really the big
Yeah,
thing. It's a lot longer and more. It's also tedious to get around and confusing because stuff like that happens,
It feels like there's just no way to avoid taking damage at points.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't think that how often does the game save on you? Like
whenever you go to those platforms or enter or like leave a planet and stuff.
Okay, yeah. So like you can save every once in a while, so it's not like you're losing all of your progress, but they're definitely long enough apart that you feel the backtrack whenever you have to do it. It's actually kind of similar to think about a game like Metroid or Castlevania. in those sorts of games, there's almost never an instant death thing going on. Like, I can't think of any instance in a Metroid or Castlevania. Obviously, we're talking about the exploring
Metroid kind.
because there's absolutely plenty of instant death stuff in the old Castlevanias. I can't think of a single part in one of the exploring Castlevanias or in a Metroid game where there's something that's just straight up instant death, and the levels are designed around that so that, you know, like, you have to trek a bit to your next save point. But
I think we commented on
like
this. I think we commented on this in the first Shantae game, where there were a lot of bottomless pits for Metroidvania.
Yeah.
And that game had a live system, if I remember.
Yeah,
correctly,
it was a
too.
bit weird.
Yeah.
Um,
I mean, hopefully that's something they can fix for a potential eventual remake. As WayForward has said that they're interested in doing it. It's just a matter of will they.
I would be very interested in them remaking the original Shantae because, honestly, it just ended up being kind of disappointing, having known that this is like a really rare and well-regarded and highly critically acclaimed game that cost like $10,000 to get new in box and all that shit. And I finally played and I'm like, oh, this is fine.
No, trust me, Ted, it could be worse. I think the most expensive NES game is just the exact same game as a $3 NES game. It's just a very limited print with a different title that was before Nintendo bought the license for it.
Oh God.
So it's like a $3 NES game that goes for like $10,000 if it's in box.
jeez.
So it's not like, I thought that the most expensive NES games were like Little Nemo and stuff like that, not counting.
Nope, this one's rare.
Even-
Not counting like unlicensed stuff.
Even rarer than like the gold Nintendo World Championship things.
I think they don't count that mostly because it was never officially released for retail.
Yeah. There's just some
But
funny things when it comes to game collecting. Like, for example, the gold Zelda 1 cartridge is less expensive than the gray one, which is pretty funny.
Oh well, we'll see you next time in the next part of Blaster Master 02.